Brace up. First to enter inside the ring. Fighting out the red corner, representing the UK, please welcome Chen. Prepared to do battle here in the ring. Out of the white corner, from France, please welcome Mohamed El-Aouaji. Round of applause, please. Your respect to the warrior. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is a featherweight contest, UK versus France. This to be contested in a 1-10-minute round with a 16-second break to be selected by either fighter at any point during the 10 minutes. It is a win by KO, submission, referee stoppage, judges decision. Introducing the warriors once again to you. Firstly, representing the UK out of that red corner, welcome Chen! And his opponent, prepared to battle in the ring. Out of that white corner, representing France, please welcome Mohamed El-Aouaji. Every warrior deserves respect in the house. Stand by for action inside the ring.
Now we've got Mark Chen up against Mohamed El-Aouaji, who I'm going to call Mohamed for the rest of the night.
Okay, I've trained with Mark Chen before, and I've seen Mohamed fight. This looks to be a very even matchup, I'd have thought on paper. Both very strong for the weight class, well-rounded fighters in all ranges, both guys. And it should be very explosive because both come out looking for the win.
You wouldn't really say anyone, either of them are strong in any particular range, stronger in any particular range. They're very strong in every range. Mark's a very good all-round fighter. Mohamed, we saw him against Danny Batten, who's just beaten Manuel Fernandez in Cage Warriors. So obviously a decent fighter. I'd say the edge might slightly go to Mark Chen just for the experience.
Yeah, he's certainly the more experienced fighter. And he trains with a good team at Pancrase in London. Although, again, we have the Mauricio's in the corner here.
And although he lost the double underhooks there, he managed to push his hips out and he's staying strong in the clinch.
Mohamed got the takedown, but Mark's working his guard back.
Mark's a very decent ground fighter. I think you'll probably see him looking to attack as well. I don't think he's going to be
a staller.
No. He's going to be stalling. He will just have.
And I think Mohamed will find it different fighting Mark, fighting Danny Batten, whereas he could outpower Danny Batten, being bigger and stronger. Mark Chen is very physically strong.
Yeah.
So,
for the 65 kilo weight class, especially, a very, very strong fighter.
Yeah.
Remember back in the day, they'd been fighting in under 70 kilo before they had a 65 kilo weight class, and Mark is very competitive at 70 kilos. Just jockeying for position here, really. I mean, Mark's underneath, but he seems to be sort of dominating the position, and not really anything much happening. Maybe Grant will stand them up.
Yeah, well, also worth bearing in mind that Mark, last that we heard, he was studying for his PhD. So a very cerebral athlete.
Yeah, he's strong physically and mentally.
Yeah, we could see some strategies start to come out in the fight.
Like we say, Mark's a decent all-round fighter, but he's probably come up with a strategy for this fight.
Oh, a big left hand there by Mohamed. As you mentioned earlier on, getting the top position here could also be used, if you can't get a submission in the 6 seconds, you could use it to inflict a lot of damage.
That's where I think if you can't pass the guard quickly, you use the time just to try and wear down the opponent, get some shots into the ribs, maybe some shots into the head, do as much damage as you can before the stand-up, and then start fast when you get stood up.
And that looks exactly what Mohamed seems to be doing. But Mark seems pretty clear-headed. Very fast.
Beautiful right hand through the middle by Mark Chen. Drops Mohamed onto the floor. Mohamed managed to get guard back. He did get his wits about him quickly, but that was a good flash knockdown.
That was lightning hand speed.
Yeah, very fast hands. Clean right hand through the middle. Now look for Mark Chen now to either look to carry on inflicting damage now or look to pass guard.
It's interesting that in mixed martial arts, it's not just a case of boxing, wrestling, and jiu-jitsu. Whereas Mohamed seemed to be technically to have the edge in the clinch, Mark managed to get the top position by knocking his opponent to the ground with strikes.
Yeah. Very, very good, sharp stand-up there from Mark. I've seen Mark stand up before, and I've always been impressed. That was nice, fast hands.
Well, coming from a superb boxing background yourself, you would be the guy to know.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of the fighters on the UK scene, they look at the groundwork and maybe don't pay as much attention to the stand-up. I know Jess and Mark and the guys down at Pancras London do take the stand-up seriously, and it obviously showed there.
Yeah, the Pancras London guys are very well-rounded.
Now we see Mark standing up out of guard to use the stand-up again. He needs to keep his chin down, but those nice fast hands. Oh, he's got the guillotine. Let's let it go.
It was well defended, the guillotine there by Mohamed. It was a good opportunity for Mark to take it.
Ooh, nice body and head there from Mohamed. Nice heavy shots.
Big overhand right there. But Mark's very durable.
But he doesn't want to take too many. If he can just keep him tied up a little better. Oh, that's nice. Maybe caught his hand. That's the sort of thing he needs to do. Just catch the hands and take the power out of the shots. And maybe look to get a submission from the bottom, or at least work for it. Would you maybe be looking to sweep as he's basing up on these legs?
Well, Mark would have to open his guard to do that. He seems, whenever you've got a cross guard, I think it's considered stalling. To do anything, you've got to open your guard. So all the time his legs are crossed, he's just looking to tie him up, I think, and rest. And maybe look for the 60-second rule to take effect.
Yeah, maybe as he did look superior in the stand-up, he'll be looking to maybe get some more shots off stood up.
Well, exactly. I mean, he's got a knockdown, so I think he's got the edge. And as we can see, Mohamed seems content to get the takedown and ground and pound.
As we've just passed the halfway mark, there's been no timeouts yet. How would you be scoring this fight?
I was going to ask you the same thing. I'd say, from a judge's point of view, Mohamed's got the top position most of the time.
Yeah.
Well, Mark did score a big knockdown. It all depends on what the judge is looking for, I suppose.
That's why I asked. I see it as being fairly even. With Mohamed slightly dominating the groundwork, but not enough to really be looking to finish. And Mark dominating the stand-up with some sharper striking and the knockdown, obviously.
Yeah, well, Mohamed's got the takedown, but he's not passed the guard or looked to he landed a couple of big shots though, but he's not really looked to put Mark in any serious danger.
And as he tries to load these big shots, Mark's managing to tie him up. I think the referee will be looking to stand them up any time now. Mark's corner actually shouting to him to work the sweep. As I was mentioning earlier, as he bases up on one leg, Mohamed, he can maybe get an elevator or sweep him over, try and catch him while his base is off, and then get the top position, because this will be detrimental points-wise.
Yeah, for sure. Well, all the time you're on your back, you're looking bad for the judges.
Yeah, and it's losing the advantage that he had from the stand-up.
However, a timeout has been called, the first of the evening. Right. But to expand on your point about going for the sweep, on the ground, if Mark had opened his legs and tried to be offensive, it's possible that he could have had his guard passed, which would give Mohamed
A little bit of a gamble.
Yeah, it would be a bit of a gamble, and it looked like Mohamed was slightly stronger on the ground, so it may be a gamble he didn't want to take.
Okay, so first time out of the night, strategic maybe. They've got.
If anyone's going to use it, I would have thought it would be Mark Chen. As we mentioned, very intelligent individual. I'm sure he's got a strategy behind all this. It seems that because he's called the timeout, his corner's called the timeout, that his opponent doesn't get the benefit.
He actually has to stand in the neutral corner when Mark can take instructions. When he takes his timeout, he'll go back to his corner and they'll get the instructions the same. Novel rules, and I think time will tell how well they work.
Well, the fights have been very exciting so far.
I'm pleased with the rules. It's always strange having something a little bit new, but I think the fights have been fast, they've been exciting, and the rules seem to be working really well. I love the unusual shaped ring.
Yeah, we were going to touch on that. The 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, an octagon shaped ring.
I mean, a lot of times we fight in a ring or we'll fight in an octagon shaped cage. Now we've got an octagon shaped ring. So, novel idea, and it's nice just to have something new.
Oh, some heavy ground and pound by Mohamed here. But Mark tying him up. It looks like he may burn himself out. His corner's going crazy, but
Mark, like I said earlier, is durable. In the wrestling there, he let himself go to his back a little bit. You'd have thought that maybe his corner would have been saying to try and wrestle to a top position, but Mohamed's obviously strong in the clinch.
Yeah, Mohamed does look to be the superior wrestler, but he certainly slowed his pace now when he realised that his flurry wasn't going to work. It looked good. It looked good for 10 seconds.
Yeah, I don't think he was ever going to stop Mark with that flurry straight after a break. Mark's not going to stop just from a few heavy shots. He's just going to break his fresh. I think he'll try and tie him up. Mohamed's going to have to work a little bit harder than to stop a fight of the calibre of Mark Chen.
Yeah, for sure.
2.5 minutes to go.
A very vocal crowd here, I believe. We heard them shouting for
patriotic crowd, I think.
Well, they were shouting for Ashley Grimshaw earlier. So I imagine it's the same set of fans.
Yeah. Let's hope Mark has a bit more luck than Ashley did. Now Mohamed's now not throwing the shots as if before when he was landing the big shots. He was lining them up with a body shot. He was throwing a body then head. Now he's just looking for that one big shot, and it's not working as well for him because Mark's managing to pivot out the way, move his body, and take the power out of the shots.
Well, certainly on the feet, would you agree that you need to set up, or you can't just headhunt someone? You've got to set up your shots.
Exactly. This is a problem we've seen just recently with Mike Tyson. I think he's gone from being the skillful boxer firing combinations that he used to be to just looking for that one big shot.
Just buying into the hype.
Yeah, just buying into the hype. And I think Mohamed landed a few big shots early, but he'd set them up nicely with body shots. But then he's seemed to get a little head hungry and been looking for the shots. What he needs to do is stick to his game, keep throwing in the body shots, lining up the head shots, and not letting Mark have the opportunity to spot them coming. He's telegraphing them a little bit by just launching big shots.
Well, we can see from the quality of Mark's stand-up, he's obviously got a lot of sparring. He won't be any stranger to heavy shots.
You saw there, Mohamed doesn't want any part of the stand-up anymore. He's pushing straight in for the takedown.
I think that's a good strategy because he's holding Mark down well, and he could well earn a judge's decision.
Yeah, I think he's looking for a judge's decision, or maybe a ground and pound stoppage. But as we're looking now, Mohamed looks a little bit beat up as well. He's cut. I think both of them have inflicted damage on each other. But unfortunately, because Mark's been on the bottom position, or unfortunately for us as an English supporters, Mark having bottom position could be detrimental in the scoring. So he had a good start on the stand-up. He got the knockdown, and he was probably ahead. But I think That's time there. I think that he could have just lost that just from the positioning.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Mohamed will have won that on a decision. It was a very good performance. Mark couldn't seem to get his game together to avoid the takedown.
Very well-matched fight, I think, for the two fighters. And Mohamed's definitely, the two fights I've seen him in now against Mark Chen and...
There is a decision.
Can we give it up, please, for two worthy warriors in the ring? Full 10 minutes of hard work, and the blood on the canvas indicates that as well. But after the full 10 minutes, the judges have made a unanimous decision in favor of the white corner, Mohamed El-Aouaji takes that down. And can we have an equally big hand, please, for worthy opponent who came to fight tonight, Chen.
Mohamed, straight. Fabian, taking his fight. Oh, okay. That's it. This way, guys. Yeah. Okay.